let's talk the strip mall tease tour. This is so incredible.
Yes.
You sold out the Wilbur. You've added a second night in Medford. Being from Mass, is this like surreal to you?
It is surreal, but it feels correct in a good way because I think I have reached like a bigger audience and I'm on like a national global scale now. But I feel like my humor is so centered in where I'm from, and the characters feel like the woman that you're gonna meet at Cumberland Farms at like 11 o'clock at night who's convincing you to get a burger from the refrigerated section. And you're like, no, I'm just here for a soda,
Yeah.
and she's like, no, you got to try the cheeseburger. So like to me it feels right that my audience is relating to it because it's all
Yeah.
them. It's the women that raised me.
I mean, I love that so much. And you've seriously captured like the essence of a Massachusetts mom, like the Gigi character for me. So I have to tell you, like I have a family group chat. It's got me, my sister, and my two cousins in it. And all we do is send each other your videos because my mom goes by Gigi. So she has three grandkids. She has the Gigi dish towels, the Gigi coffee mug. Like you have literally captured that character so well. And I feel like that's what makes you so successful is like you are everyone's Gigi, their mom, their crazy aunt, the aunt who's not related to you, but you call her auntie because she's your mom's friend. Like you have captured that.
Oh my God. It's so funny. I I love doing the mom character so much, and the Gigi
Yeah.
stuff has taken a life of its own. But in the last like year or so, TJ Maxx and the Marshalls and Home Goods, they're just like printing Gigi stuff, which has been so great for me because it's like additional props. But everyone's sending me these dish
Yeah.
towels and these mugs, so I love that your Gigi has them too, which is so awesome. But
She
yeah,
got me. Yeah.
I just like grew up, I think, watching a lot and observing, and I worked in restaurants, which has always been such a character study for me. So doing the characters now live on tour and on my Instagram and TikTok, it's just like a real big dream come true. And I love that it's only getting bigger and better, and it's been so much fun.
I wanted to ask you, what's it like for you touring? Because you're used to doing the characters in a video, but now you're like they're coming to life on a stage. So is there a big difference for you? Do you like one better than the other?
I think the touring is it's so much more fun for me because when you're doing your videos online, you're trying to keep it in like an algorithmic idea of like, okay, where's
Yeah.
my hook? How long is this video? I gotta kind of keep it concise. But on stage, which people will come to see, it's so much bigger and crazier because I'm allowed to kind of stretch it and have these kind of tangents and interact with the audience. So I love the fact that doing it live allows me to make it a little bit more wild, and I don't have to be so structured with it. So I do enjoy it doing it live. It's been fun.
Do you have a favorite character so far that you do live versus you do in the video that you really love to bring out live?
You know, it's funny. I'm doing so when people come to the show, they're definitely going to see my mom character, which everybody loves. And I think there's a
Yeah.
real great grasp on her. But I'm also doing the second character for this tour, and her name is Crystal. And she reminds me of every like girl I worked with at like Olive Garden that would be like in the back with this chaotic life who just kind of like, I don't know, she's always in a whirlwind of just
Yeah.
chaos. And doing her is so fun because I think people don't expect the other kind of characters from me, which are a little bit more crass, a little bit more intense. So I think that always shocks people in a really funny way because once again, like doing this in front of people from Mass is so great because I don't have to educate the audience on the kind of
Nope.
people that we grew up with. So it's an instant click for them. So for me to be able to show them this character, it's gonna be like it's like it's
Yeah.
like the woman who's at your kid's ice skating like practice and she's about to get kicked out because she's like causing a
Yeah.
scene. And it's for me like that feels like home.
Yeah, like she probably has like an alcoholic beverage in her Yeti. And like
She
she's
does. And don't
yeah.
kick her out. You
No,
can't
she's
search that.
yeah, it's 7 a.m. hockey practice and she's like got wine in her Yeti. Like I know who you're like I get it. I so get it. Okay, something else I wanted to ask you. Um Other characters, so you said so Crystal is a different character. What are some
Hmm.
of the other because you have several. So who are some of the other like characters that people can expect to see on the tour?
So for this iteration, it's just my mom and my Crystal character, and the rest of
Okay.
it, it's broken up into 5 sections of my show. So there's stand up and there's storytelling, and it's all this like perfect blend of like a variety show, and it's everything that I bring to people on the internet in a bigger and
Yeah.
larger like spec. So and it's fun too because to creatively get in and out of these characters, I have these like incredible videos that I've never shown before that are like very high produced to get me in and out. So I feel like the minute you're kind of sat and you think you know where the show is going, I'm leaving stage to get into the next bit. So as of right now, it's these two, and then in
Okay.
the fall I was doing Mrs. Claus. When I come back again, I'll do another one. I think Mom's always in the show because
Yeah.
my mom character is my favorite always. But yeah, it's so right now you got Mom and Crystal and the rest of my shenanigans that are surprises.
So I have to ask you, is mom character is Gigi based off of your mom after like a bottle of wine, or who what is the inspiration for GJ?
So the mom character is my mom. She will say up and down it's not until she has 2 glasses of Merlot, and then it's a spitting image of her. So she'll say it's not, but it really is. But
Yeah.
it's definitely taken a life of its own. It's gotten wilder and crazier.
Yeah.
But I love like reading a comment and seeing like one line stick and resonate with somebody and be like, oh, this is my mom. So she's my mom, but I kind of feel like she's the internet's mom at this point too.
Absolutely. I mean, like, again, like you remind me so much. That character reminds me so much of my mom, but like, I want your character, Gigi, specifically to be my mom. I want to hang out with her. Like, and again, I think that's why you're so successful because these are just like such relatable, likable people. And you always have that person like in your life. So
Yeah.
you really just captured like that magic of that person who's a riot and like they're crazy, but you love them. And there's so we all have people like
Yes.
that in our life, right? Like they're crazy, but
Exactly.
you love them.
It's every family party and those interactions that you didn't think you were going to get, and then you get in your car after and you're like, wait, what was just said right there? And those are the moments that make me laugh the hardest. And I think since I
Yeah.
didn't start doing content until I was about 26 years old, I had a little bit of a life before all this to kind of pull from, and I'm still constantly pulling from those memories and the people that kind of raised me in my community in New Bedford. Like if you're from New Bedford or you know where we're from, like south of Boston, like this is a slice of home, and that's what the whole show is about. It's like the Strip Maltese tour is like my love letter to the suburbs. I
Yeah.
moved away 3 years ago to New York to kind of pursue this at a larger scale, but I go home any chance I get because there's something so inspiring and chaotic about the people that raised you, and for me, it like just fills my cup. So people to go back home and to do the show in front of the people who get it more than anybody else. I'm like so hyped, and I'm glad I have a couple days off in between because now I've reset and I'm ready to make them roar. They're going to be barking. It's going to be a fun show.